Fulton DA Fani Willis plans to press ahead with her goal of putting Trump on trial before the November election and intends to ask the judge presiding over the Georgia criminal case to schedule a trial date as soon as this summer. This comes after she avoided being removed from the case due to her romantic relationship with lead prosecutor Nathan Wade. Here's what one ally of Willis said. Basically, this is a 2-month sideshow that the judge should have not even let happen. But it's over and the judge finally came to the right decision. And so now we're back to where we never should have left, which is these people were under felony indictment. Let's get a trial date. Sources close to Willis tell CNN that the DA's office is effectively ready to go to trial. Willis has said she needs only 30 days to prepare once a date is set. Defense attorneys have had since September to review the evidence and prepare their own arguments. Willis has previously asked for a trial to start in August 2024. Sources tell CNN she plans to re-up the request. This comes as Judge Scott McAfee gave Trump permission to appeal the ruling that kept Willis on the case. Fulton County Superior Court Judge McAfee granted a certificate of immediate review, citing Trump and his co-defendants' argument that McAfee's decision to keep Willis on the case is of such importance to the case that immediate review should be had. The defendants could not directly appeal McAfee's decision at this point in the case, so they had asked him to approve a certificate of immediate review, which would put the matter before an appeals court. The ruling gives the state court of appeals 45 days to decide whether to hear Trump's appeal of McAfee's order. Once the appeal is filed, the attorneys have 10 days to file that appeal. Trump attorney Steve Sadow called McAfee's decision highly significant, writing in a statement that the defense is optimistic that appellate review will lead to the case being dismissed and the DA being disqualified. The judge, McAfee, has indicated he is ready to continue moving forward, with sources familiar with the case saying he has asked attorneys on both sides about how to proceed with pre-trial motions. While Willis wants to move forward, MAGA troll Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's back, wants to disbar her. She writes on Twitter or X, the everything app, "Today I'm filing a complaint to disbar Fulton County DA Fani Willis for her corrupt actions. Fani should have been removed from her political persecution of President Trump after it was revealed she went on lavish vacations with her lover, Nathan Wade, the lover she made hundreds of thousands of dollars, unfit to serve."
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait, click join now on YouTube.
Anyone is allowed to file a complaint against a lawyer practicing in Georgia. However, proceedings are confidential, so would not be made public if the Georgia State Bar decides to investigate or drop Greene's complaint. Brett, love is under attack. That seems to be the issue here, right?
Yeah, that's what it's about. Listen, I think Fani Willis has been not handling this super well, but like that said, the whole thing has been a sideshow. At the end, it shouldn't matter who Fani is making wanton the night with. If she was smarter, she would definitely not have had started up a relationship with someone on such a high profile case because of the opportunistic schmuckos out there, and then she would have handled her being her deposition or whatever it was, the court proceedings, the hearing. She would have handled it better than she did, which is, I don't see how anyone could watch that and be like, she did a great job. That said, get it back on track, guys. That we took the scenic route through the who's she banging and who's banging her. I've loved that scenic route when it's who's Trump banging, who's he paying hush money to. Those have been fun detours for me. So I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't say that those weren't entertaining. But okay, now we're back on track. Let's get it. Let's get back to if you guys really care about the rule of law, let's get in there. I just don't have any confidence. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing that thing where you start talking about the one thing you understood in the book. Like all the rest of it, all the legal stuff is way over her head. What Trump did, didn't do, what this is about, she doesn't care. But she saw that someone was banging someone else. So that's what she's gonna harp on. That's how dumb she is.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I don't dismiss the impropriety of that relationship. I think it is a distraction, but also, like you're saying, on a case that high profile, you have to cross your T's and dot your I's.
Yeah.
You have to know that when you're going up against Trump and his team, they are going to look for everything they can to distract, to deflect, to undermine you. And you kind of gave them something big that was successful. Granted, it doesn't really matter. It's not really affecting the integrity of the case. It's more about her and her character. I don't even know if it's really improper if they're just dating. Like, you can date coworkers. It's like kind of weird, but I mean, imagine being married to your coworker. That would be weird, right?
Anyway, yeah, that'd be hell on earth.
Anyway, I don't think it's a big deal, but she did give them a golden egg that they ran with.
Right, that's the thing. It's just like, I said this on the show a couple weeks ago, maybe last week. Like, prosecutors are politicians, and a lot of politicians are in it just for them. Now, the whole art of being a human in a society that has politicians is trying to line up the hubris that drives your politician with your political pressure to get them to do stuff so that they'll still stay a politician. I don't like George Gascon in Los Angeles. I think he's a charlatan D-bag, but that is proof that that system works. Like, that guy used to be he was a police chief. He was if you like him now, you didn't like him when he was in San Francisco, when he was the reason that Colin Kaepernick started kneeling. And so a bunch of people jumped in and pressured him to change his ways and start doing things in the district attorney's office that was in line with their political goals. Fani Willis, like, let's get it together. You know how high profile this case is. You can't do stuff like that. But whatever has been happening is incentivize people to get Trump to be held accountable for trying to end democracy in America. This was like that weird glitch that she did something that was full of hubris and not the smartest. Now that that's been settled, she can get back to actually executing the democracy and the legal process that we need her to be in position for.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.